Second video. Neat. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. My name is Noah, and today we're going to be making a new game that you can actually play right now at home. So sit back, relax, and let's get rolling. Ah, yes, my favorite sound. The sound of click-clack math rocks. That's right, my fellow nerds. We're making a game today, and I intend for it to be a game that any one of you with a small amount of basic materials can simply watch this video and get to playing. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, when making a game like this, I like to imagine myself sitting in a tavern in some sort of medieval port town, waiting for the next wave of sailors to come in so I can teach them a new game and swindle them out of their cash. So, where do I begin? Well, we start with limitations. I don't really want to carry a huge bag of specialized dice like this chunker around with me everywhere I go. I mean, a deck of cards fits nice in a pocket, but a deck of cards and a handful of dice, not so much. And I think I would like to make a two-player dice only game. I'm sorry, my friends. I'll get back to you next time. So, how many dice should I use? And, well, see, this is the issue. It's where things like kind of start to get a little bit dicey. I think I'm funny. When I start a game from scratch, I kind of just have to roll the dice and see what I get. Literally. So, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to shatter my eardrums with the onslaught of plastic clattering against my table. Okay, I think I got something. So, while rolling over and over and over again, I realized I was kind of getting faster, I suppose. Which, I mean, it sounds odd, but it's true. And I have come to a conclusion. I think I want to make a speed game. And I think the goal should be to try to roll a specific number. Like, be the first person to roll a specific number. That's about as far as I've gotten so far. So I guess some more rolling to do. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so at this point in the recording, I had made just a few adjustments to the game, and I really just wanted to add a couple of components. And those components are just going to be these tokens, if you will. And the tokens are going to be how you actually win the game, which at this point in the recording, I had actually had a fairly decent idea of what I wanted to do for the game. But just a few more components I needed to go over, which I will do here in just a few. As far as like how many players you can play this game with, this is a like up to 2-player game. So you can play with as many players as you like. You just got to make sure that everyone is really able to fit around the table comfortably and reach everything from anywhere they're sitting. And the time, how long it's going to take to play this game, really depends. It's all based on chance and the roll of the dice, so it really varies a lot. As far as some other components, you're going to need 2 d6s for each player. So if you're playing with 4 people, you're going to need 8 d6s, and then an additional 2 d6s for the template dice, if you will. Anyways, the audio is almost back to normal, so I'm gonna bid you guys adieu, and I'll see you on the flip side, I guess. And that's gonna be all for the components. Now the setup. To get started, you're gonna want to roll the 2 center dice, nice 6 and a 6, and place them somewhere everyone in the table can reach. I'm alone because I have no friends, so I can reach all the dice very easily. And then you're going to want to make sure that each player has their 2 dice. Place the tokens to each player's side, or wherever the player is. The players get their own tokens. And now one player is going to count down, and the game is going to begin. And the goal of each round is to roll the value in the middle, in this case. 6 and 6. This is the template. Each player is going to begin rolling at the same time as quickly as possible, right? And the first player to roll both numbers, so in this case, we're trying to go for 6s. There we go, got green. Now red is still going to try and keep rolling, but this first player, green player, is going to want to try and grab these dice before red gets a chance to roll 2 6s. Obviously, the game moves a lot faster when there's, more than just one person playing. Once this happens, the round ends and everyone's going to stop rolling, and each player is going to give the winner, in this case, green, 1 token. Now, if there were more players, green would get more tokens. And in the rare case where, say, for example, red and green rolled at the exact same time, right, and they both grab 1 dice, you're going to split the winnings. Now, of course, in a 2-player game, that's irrelevant, but with more players, it's going to be more important you just split the winnings. Now, if you're playing with an odd number of players, both winning players are going to roll their dice, and the player who rolls the highest first is going to get the extra token. Oh my goodness. There we go. So I actually have forgotten who rolled what. So I'm going to say red rolled the 6, so red gets the extra token. Then you're just going to re-roll the template dice, a 6 and a 5, and do it all over again. And once one player, for example red, loses all their tokens, they're out of the game. And the rounds continue until one player has all the players' tokens. So obviously in this situation, green has won the game. But if there were more players, obviously you'd play until there was just the final 2, and then the last one has every token. Now for some more minute rules that don't really affect the gameplay. Mostly it's just to make sure everyone's playing fair. Now when you're rolling, right, and once you pick up the dice after you've rolled, you cannot use them. So say for example, I just rolled a 6 and a 5, but I'm moving really quick. It's a speed game. I'm moving really quick and I pick them up. I don't get to use these anymore. They're dead. I gotta roll them again. Even though I rolled the 6 and the 5, once I pick them up, they're dead. Gotta keep rolling. Make sure you don't touch your dice, but you still want to go quick. And you also need to be very careful about your dice in general. after you've rolled the template value and picked up the center dice, you're going to have to show the players your dice so they can check them, right? Make sure no one's pulling anything sneaky, right? So I can't say roll this, go like that, and take the center dice, because I just could have been cheating right then. And just, honestly, just don't cheat. It's no fun for anyone. Besides, that's how you get your family kidnapped and put up for ransom. I want my money back, Jordan. And that's the game. As far as what it's called, well, when you play this game with enough people on a hard surface, you're going to see why it's called this. But I have called the game RAUCOUS. And you can find a copy of the written rules in the description down below. So go ahead, go down, print it out, play with some friends, and comment down below what you think of the game. Did you have fun? Did you find any issues with the rules? I really love feedback regarding that stuff. And God forbid, does this game sound familiar to anything that you've already played before? Let me know down below. Well then, I guess that ought to do it for the day. I hope y'all had fun, and I know I sure did. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.